I said I would make another video, so decided to take one more route. But so like I said earlier today, that they were really attacking my throat, very badly. Um, like I said, it was feeling like somebody was taking like a hot pen that was sitting on a pen or some type of like sharp object, and then he set it on a fire and like was just like poking all on the inside of my neck. But it's like I don't feel the pain on the surface, it's just deep. But when I move my hand over my neck, I can feel the thermal and magnetic presence of a frequency that is resonated with a particular spot in the neck. So aside from that, I said, all right, let me get back to using the things that I've been doing that helps me whenever I start to feel a pain or something. So like, I already know it was the throat, right? Felt my throat being attacked. So what did I do? I looked up the chakra frequencies, and I believe 620 is the frequency for the throat chakra. So I set my frequency generator. The carrier wave was 620 hertz. I set that for 620, and then the beat, I set the beat for 15 hertz. 15 hertz is already tested and proven for helping clear up energy blockages, or to help allow energy to flow naturally, to just flow throughout the body, and it helps unblock any like energy. It basically helps unclear energy, right? So I press play, right? I got my headphones on, so I'm playing the 620 hertz with carrier 15 hertz beat, and little by little, I'm feel like the first initial thing you feel like, for me, I feel it almost right away. As soon as it starts playing, I start to feel almost as if like if there was like such thing as a ghost, right? And the ghost's hands were like hot. It was almost as if like a ghost, his grip just loosened off of my neck, and like I still felt the little pinpointed energy on my neck, but it wasn't as strong. It started to reduce over time. Like I'd say, within a span of about I'd say maybe about like 15-20 minutes of listening, I started to feel less and less of the pain on my throat. But then what did they do? They switched up and then started to attack my my lower back muscles on the right side. So then they started focusing the energy there. Now then as they started to focus the energy there, I remember that I also took a screenshot of this basically this diagram, not a diagram, but it's kind of like a what is it? It's like it's basically a picture with a table on it, and it has a list of different frequencies related to the spine, right? If you want to look it up, look on YouTube. It's called Song of the Spine, right? Now the video itself is gonna be like an actual tone, and whenever I listen to that tone, though, it actually is pretty, effective for me. Other people, I suggest all TIs. I really suggest all TIs really get into, like, try, at least really try using healing frequencies, right? Start with like the YouTube videos, start with that, and then when you get more comfortable, then start looking into downloading apps. You could get a frequency generator app for your laptop, computer, your phone. But anyway, so I looked on the table, and I found the frequency that is for lower back pain, or the frequency that deals with the muscles of the lower back. So and I believe, what was the frequency? It was 203.88. So I set 203.88 as the carrier, and I kept 15 as the beat. Lo and behold, same thing happens again. This time, instead of it feeling like, a ghost hands wrapped around like my neck, now it's like, it feels like as if like a heat lamp was being placed on my, like a heat lamp was placed right next to my lower back. But then once I started playing the tone, it was almost as if like someone turned the heat lamp off, and then my body's natural energy started pushing out all of the harmful negative energy I do not need. So yeah, sorry, I'm still coughing up whatever the hell they've been trying to like transmit or whatever into my throat. Like all yesterday and today, I just been finding myself just like constantly feeling like things, like it almost feels like things were like crawling up my throat, and I kept having to spit. I feel like that's probably the nanorobots being pushed out by my body. Because I mean, we ultimately, nanorobots are foreign invaders to the body. But what they're doing to try to make the nanorobots more acceptable to the body is they basically try to see if they can get the nanorobots to replicate or copy maybe a part of your DNA or proteins or something like that. So then, your body wouldn't recognize it as something foreign. Or then also there's the understanding that some nanorobots are actually like they're covered in a type of substance. I think it's called polyethylene something, I forgot. And this substance somehow allows the nanorobots to basically go undetected by the nervous system, right? But anyway, yeah, so right now I feel okay, but I still have like a little kink in the right side of my lower back, but it's not as strong as it was earlier after they finished with the throat. I might need to do another salt soda bath again, just to get my cells revitalized again, But I mean, for right now, I feel okay, It's just sad though. Like I gotta be honest with y'all. Like sometimes I want to cry. Sometimes I really want to cry, and why? Is because it's like I literally don't do nothing to no one. I really don't. Most of the time I don't even want nobody speaking to me most of the time, And that it's not that I'm antisocial or anything. It's just that sometimes I'm tired, and I just really try to manage my energy so well so that I'm not drained, and I can make sure I have energy to give to the people that's already in my life or whatever the case. But I mean, it's not like I have anything against people. It's just sometimes, Maybe I don't want to talk to anybody or something, but there's nothing wrong with that. Um, but besides that, what else I'm also thinking is I can't understand why the world gotta be so freaking horrible. And then it's like, Chris, use your logic. You've already done so much research. You know exactly why the world is the way it is. We already know we are humans. We are not alone in this universe. We know that there are all kinds of entities taking host to different bodies out here. People who tend to like really get enjoyment out of doing hurtful things to people. I mean, we already know what kind of minds. That's a particular vocab that you'll learn after a while when start reading all these um, occult and esoteric stuff, especially hermetic stuff. These minds, or rather these low vibrational spirits, they're out here just trying to get people to, just become these scary and I don't know, they feed off of people's fear. They feed off of lust. They feed off of seeing people being destroyed. They feed, I mean, think about it. Why do we need a technology that allows people to be able to look through your eyes and see everything that you're seeing? And then on top of that, why do we need technology that allows people to look through other people's memories? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I could understand if you were to be like, okay, if it went as far as, okay, there's a device that you could put on your head and then it will basically scan and upload your memories to the computer. Not necessarily the internet or the cloud per se, but just to the computer. And then you could use all kinds of ways to secure your memories and whatnot. But no, they gotta take it like several notches up and link every single person's brain to the cloud. And then not only do they link your brain and your memories and everything up to the cloud, but other people have access to your memory. Other people have access to, different aspects of your life. Now all the research that they're doing with these nanotech, they're out here talking as if like, oh, right now it's just it's just hypothetical. Right. There's a lot of things that our government have been doing that seem hypothetical or conspiracy theory. And then all of a sudden, somewhere down the line in the future, the truth comes out. And there's no escaping it. I mean, come on now. Like, I ain't never going to forget about Bill Clinton doing that apology. That live broadcast apology about to those who were I believe it was to people who were maybe experimented on. What was it? Bill Clinton had apologized for something that had happened to people. I think it was about the MK Ultra or something, I think it was about the MK Ultra, and he like apologized about that, right? And then I'm just like, and yet here we are today. We got all these like enhanced psychopaths. That's what most of them are. They're enhanced psychopaths. Like, okay, I'm not gonna say most of them. I say there's a small percentage of them that's like basically enhanced psychopath. Then there's probably a larger majority of them that are just people who are just going along with it because hell, maybe they don't know how to fight back. They're not really trying to have the energy or or put forth the efforts to fight back or anything like that. So I don't know, but and right now they busy yelling and telling the audience, and they're trying to talk to me. Chris, you need to stop talking shit about people. He always talking about people. But I'm like, aren't you the ones hacking people's nervous system and then manipulating several different functions of their body against their will and without them knowing? I'm just talking about the ones who don't know that they're being targeted. Those who's just like just blindly accepting nonsense from, like, I guess doctors or people who are around them, probably gaslighting them or trying to steer them into into even more sickness and what, because they just don't know. The lack of knowledge is terrible, man. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to tell you how I'm feeling now and what I did to try to help myself feel better. So as always, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace. Oh, right. And I've heard them say, oh, now the shooters are ready to get you. Or at this point, man, I'm like, look, we already seen what happened to like people like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Huey P. I don't know. That's just who I could just bring to mind. And they were mostly about fighting for equality for people of color and whatnot. Right now, we're talking about fighting for human rights. And these transhumanists don't care about human rights. They care about building up these transhumanist rights. They're trying to change the dynamics of all of, the human existence. They're trying to change all these things. And I don't know, like it's terrible, but it is what it is. And right now I feel so much like electromagnetic energy all around my brain. It's almost as if like someone had took like a helmet made of pure electromagnetic radiation and they put it over my head. And it's like I feel my body even swaying sometimes, even when I'm trying to stand still. My body, it feels like it's almost swaying as if like it's following the beat of a wave or something. And it's crazy because it's like all right, I can even feel, where is it? I can even feel the frequency penetrating through the helmet, and there's a warm spot like right here. There's a warm spot right here. Everything else feel cool on the helmet, but this one spot, and that one spot goes directly to the prefrontal cortex, right? I'm just like, man, it's amazing how long we have been going through this as a whole, as a species, as a whole. Not just me, but just like in general. Like, we're talking since, World War II. Then, we say that like, they never really stopped. They just probably gave it a whole new name. And then then once it got outed, and then all those people ended up, not being compensated, I'm sure. I don't think MK Ultra survivors were ever compensated. Then now it's more of a secret thing because obviously, manipulating people against their will using devices and energy and stuff like that. Well, if people found out, yes, people would want it to stop. So of course it's going to be secret now. You know, so now everybody's a fucking war criminal and a terrorist. You know, even if the I don't care, even if you're not engaging in certain things and you're just basically being a good, you know, I don't know, follower or something like that, you know, because of course you're instructed not to do certain things or whatever, or you're instructed to do certain things. But I'm just like, man, this is just wild, man. And it seems like, and I mean, I don't know, in New York City, it seems like there's just not enough people talking about it when you know it's probably so many people going through it in this city. It's like it's not enough people talking about, but you know there's so many people going through it. Like I can't even look at people in the street normal no more because I'm watching their body language. I'm watching their mannerisms. I'm watching to see, like, if you probably could be going through something that, that could be explained, electronically or technologically, or wondering if you look like there's nothing going on. And it's the ones that look like, I don't know. Let me not get into detail because you know how they try to flip stuff on you, but I'm gonna just say this: if you not going through the fire in this season, I don't know what side you're gonna be on when God comes sweeping through earth, trying to check the pulse of each and every spirit that's walking on this earth. I don't know where some of these people are going to find their energies, but I mean, of course, energy can't be destroyed. It can only really be transformed from one form to another. But I mean, some of these people out here, man, if they die and get reincarnated, some of them should just become a rock. But anyway, yeah, let me go ahead and finish this up. I'll talk to y'all later.